Welcome to the Uncommon Commentators podcast with Jay, Jonah, and Zoe. I know you only see two of us. Our brother had an emergency, and our thoughts and prayers is with him. And he will be back soon. But tonight, you're gonna be rocking with me and Jonah for this evening. We are all about basketball, from high school to college to NBA to the WNBA. Yes, the WNBA. We get down with them. I love women's basketball, and you will find that out. But I'm glad you guys will be joining us just on this journey with us. Just sit back and enjoy some great basketball conversations between three brothers from another mother. And Jonah, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. My Wolves got a dub. I'm happy. I'm high energy. This is my time of the night. This is when I'm locked in. So
I already know, we both be locked in at nighttime. We both the night in. We be watching our basketball.
Damn near 1 a.m. and I'm like, gotta stop talking about basketball. Give me some sleep.
I love Pac-12 basketball. I don't know why, or Pac-12 Mountain West. I just love watching it. Because you find gems there. You find gems when you lock in on college basketball. So I love watching that. But so I'm gonna keep this going. So we're gonna introduce ourselves. So for me, I'm gonna let you guys know about me and why I love basketball. But basketball is like my first girlfriend. It was just basketball all the time. So my grandmother played basketball in college. She got me into it. And my cousin, who I call my brother, Titus, he was a basketball head. And so from there, I started paying attention to basketball. And then from being from Chicago, of course, Jordan, the GOAT. We'll talk about that. But Jordan, he was like
another episode.
Yeah, Jordan was my man. I was just having a conversation with my family. My parents let me cut my hair bald at 9, 10 years old and wear a hoop earring. Yes, it was awful.
That's dedication.
They let me do it. So, but Jordan is what got me really started with basketball, and my pops, he just let me do that, and he built a basketball court in the backyard, and I would just play basketball all day long in my backyard and around the neighborhood. So that's what basketball means to me. It's like my first girlfriend, and it's been there all my life. So how about you, Jonah?
My basketball journey is interesting because, me diving deep into hoops has really been these last couple of years. But, I gotta say, 2K has a massive implication on my hoops knowledge because I got 2K11, which was a great game. I got that, and it really dove me. I mean, you get to know all the players. I'm a kid, so I don't care. I'm just playing the game. You play now, and you're having the time of your life. But 2K definitely got me into basketball. I played basketball as a kid. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't love it until I do now. I played in high school for a little bit, and then COVID came around. I really started getting more into the NBA, just diving deep into it. But how I got into the Wolves when I was a kid, when we had an all-white starting five, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Wait a minute, was Wally Zerbiak on the Wolves at that time? No?
Nah, we're talking Luke Ridnour.
Oh, yeah.
Pekovic, Kevin Love.
Yes. Hey, what is it?
Shred.
Isn't Pekovic a mobster now?
Drug lord or something? I don't even know. That man he's wild.
So that's how you started your basketball journey.
I just stuck with the home team, and I can't say there was I've never been a player driven guy. I just rocked with the home team. Went to a couple of games. I'm like, okay, I'll throw this on here and there, and watched a lot of college too. My dad has seasons to University of Minnesota back home.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
We get to plenty of those games, see some Big Ten players. Just being in front of live hoops is always fun. College environment's always great. And then it's just kind of developing from there.
Okay. I got you. So, but wait. I'm trying to think now, the different players that was on the Timberwolves. Did you ever get to see KG?
I saw old KG after.
So he was in Boston by that time, right?
By the time
So
I was like locking in,
yeah.
he was like I got early memories of like the Celtics Lakers back and forth, like that little rivalry, late 2000s.
Uh-huh.
I remember that because it was like a big deal because
Yeah.
big
Okay.
teams, legends. But yeah, I still need to do my homework on KG and go back and watch Hardwood Classics in the off season.
Yes, you
Like
do. Yes, you do. And you said, I know you,
absolutely.
and I heard you mention about like you're not real player. You're player driven. You're not like really team driven. And that's the difference. Like when me growing up, we didn't have free agency like bonkers like it is now. So it's like,
Well, you can fall. Yeah, dudes are bouncing place to place. It's up to you to stick
yeah,
with a player if you like
yeah.
them.
So
Like
like with college, it was like dynasties. The players would be there 2-3 years. And of course, in the NBA, players will be with teams 10 years before they even leave. So now it's like
mhm.
they got 4 years they'll leave. But we can. I don't want to say we can blame LeBron for that because he was making a decision for himself. He wasn't forcing himself to leave. He just
He
said,
signed as a free agent.
yeah, it's like if y'all not doing what he want, he leaving. There's
I
nothing
saw
wrong
someone
with
talking
that.
about this on Twitter like a week ago, bringing that up
Yeah,
again.
it's a wrap. Like the 1+1 deals is a genius. So that's what I believe. So if you want to get up out of there, and the front office didn't say what they was gonna do, I'm out. I'm out of here.
It's always
But
evolving.
but I feel like he's been really loyal to everybody under his contract. That's what I feel. So I don't
He lets
know.
his guys eat. He lets his guys eat.
Yeah, he let
If
them
you look at
boys
some of the
eat.
contracts that these guys are getting,
Yes, yes. So he let
Tristan
them eat.
Thompson should not be getting that bag.
No, absolutely not. Who else? Who else got a bag from him? What's his name? Mozgov. Mozgov got a bag from
hmm
him as a center. He got centers paid, man. Like for real,
hmm
they definitely got paid. So shout out everybody. A lot of players should be thanking LeBron, but we'll get to LeBron. We gonna get to him. We don't worry. Don't trip.
Got plenty.
Don't
Got
trip
plenty.
at all. Don't trip at all. But so we're here at All-Star break. Well, not All-Star, but we're close to it. The All-Star game is Sunday, I believe. Yes,
Yeah.
this Sunday. I see you. I got my All-Star Kobe jersey on. I had to represent for him. But what do you think about the All-Star teams?
I mean, it's always going to be controversial because there's so much talent in the league right now. We're seeing more people talking about how they want expansions to the 15,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, and then you get the trades here too. Like we got dudes swapping sides mid all-star selections, so
Mm-hmm.
that definitely
But
made it complicated.
how do you feel? How do you feel about them moving to 15 players instead of 12?
I mean, I want dudes to get their flowers and get that praise because that's just a crazy exclusive club right now with how much talent's in
Mm-hmm.
the league. But at the same time, you don't want to diminish the value that an all-star selection is. So it's
Mm-hmm.
that slippery slope. So
No, I definitely understand that because it's like, so the NBA is positionless now, but they don't really do positionless All-Star voting.
hmm
So that's the thing that's confusing. Like, yeah,
that's the
like
Embiid factor right there.
yeah, that's the Embiid factor. Like, there's no way, and nothing against Donovan Mitchell. I don't even got the All-Star rosters up, but no offense to him, but he shouldn't be a starter in my opinion. It's
Especially when you got
like,
a guy who's competing for MVP.
yeah, like Embiid, he dropping like 33 a game. He like 33, 10, and 5, and he shoot crazy. He like shooting 52% from the field,
hmm
86% from the free throw line. So it's nuts. And he probably close to 40 from three. Like I'm pretty sure like he's
Probably,
doing that. So like
probably.
I'm glad he's a starter now, but it's because of injuries. If that sucks. Like, who place did he take? Was it KD's spot he took? And then Marketing got in there. Let
Uh-huh.
me see. I think
They got
Marketing,
Ja in there too over.
Ja because of Zion, right?
Yeah,
Hold on,
one
All
of the two.
Star team roster. I
The
thought I
Ja
had
one was
this,
interesting though because you could make an argument for Dame and SGA having a better season than Ja.
but they said, oh, so this is what you're saying. So you're saying that they should have moved. They should have bumped up Dame or somebody to the starters and made
Well, they
Ja.
bumped up Ja, but I think Dame and SGA are have. I mean, you can pull out the whole team factor with like the records.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
does
yeah.
get tricky because their Blazers are like 13th right now. Thunder are 11th. I want to say you can bring up that factor with it easily, but
But do
I don't
we?
know.
But it's the thing. So for All Star, do we? Should All Star should be tied to team? It's an individual thing. So it's like I get it. I understand. Like if your team is like 13th in the East or the West or 12th, should you be having multiple people or even should have anybody at the All Star anyway?
I mean, if you're bottom two in the conference, nobody on your team is going to be making an All-Star team.
No, they should. So like right now, so this
Look at the teams right now.
yeah, that is true.
It's not nice like that.
No. He. So I think so. They bumped up marketing because, in my opinion, I'm glad marketing did because I didn't want Zion. Zion, in my opinion, shouldn't have been the starter. I think we should start.
The games played shit is a mess.
Yeah, like come
I don't
on,
know
man.
what's going on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand that. Like Zion, I don't even know how many. I want to say he probably played like 20 games, and I'm probably being nice.
It was tricky between him, Jaren Jackson, AD, and Booker. They were all relatively the same range, and Zion, all relatively the same range there. And it's still, I don't know what qualifies one guy over another.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Triple J getting in was already a surprise to me.
Shouldn't I'm don't get me started with that. So like we got for the West, we got Luka, we got LeBron, we got marketing now, Ja, Jokic. Those are your starters for the West.
Penciled in as a center. He's penciled in as a starter for the rest of his career. Like
yeah,
you can't do anything about that.
And so then in the reserves, of course, you got Steph. He not playing. You got Zion. He not playing. We got Ant-Man, which we're both glad. We're happy about that. Fox, I'm super glad Fox is in there. We got
Paul in the clutch time
yeah,
has been.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure people are not watching the Kings.
No he's shooting like 60% in clutch time right now. It's just absurd.
Yes, yes,
it's on a different planet.
Yes, absolutely. We got Paul George, which I was really shocked. I was so shocked
He's
about
tricky.
it. He is. I was shocked by him. SGA, SGA, we already know how we feel about him. Like he's just that up and comer. Triple J.
Got no spacing on his team getting buckets.
No spacing. No. Zero spacing.
You're chucking.
Yeah. Zero spacing. Like, and he's so smooth. Like watching him recently. What is it called? The Lakers. Yeah, I'm saying exactly. Like he knows he's learning how to get to his spot. No matter if he knows that the defender knows where he's going, he can get to his spot now. Mm-hmm. So that's like that next level he took. We talked about Triple J, Dame. We talked about him, and then we got Sabonis. I'm okay with the team now. Like it sucks when people got hurt, but I'm okay with the team. And then
I can't. People are trying to make Aaron Gordon noise, but I'm not on that side. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
Jokic brings his level. He's having a good I was looking at his stats the other day. He's finishing really good around the rim. I mean, all of his buckets are pretty much at the rim or like an occasional three, but man's efficient. But
no,
he's not on the level of any of those other guys.
No, I'm with you on that. And then for the East, we got Giannis, Embiid, Kyrie, Mitchell, Tatum, which is weird because all the people have been traded. Then we got KD, Bam, Jaylen Brown, DeMar, Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Randall, and Siakam. Now, I do have an issue. I love Halliburton, but I would have put in Jalen Brunson over him.
He's been. I think he's averaging like 35 a game over his last 7 games.
Yeah, like he's getting busy. So it's like, and I will say that I will apologize to Julius Randle because in the group chat I went ballistic on like him being selected.
He's so confusing.
Yeah, like I didn't realize he was averaging 25,
that
10,
man was
and 4.
ass last year. He could have won most of
Like I didn't realize he was getting busy like that. So I'll apologize to him.
Not familiar with this game.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like Siakam, is he hurt or is he injury replacement too?
Injury replacement.
Injury replacement,
which was kind of surprising he didn't make it because he's been hooping.
Yeah. So is Drew Holiday 19-7-5? That is
kind of a surprise.
Yeah, like
because like All-Star game status, he's a guy that like you look at the stats and you're like, they're not gonna give him that. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, like, but I understand it. The Bucks is a top 2 team or top 3 team in the East. So I understand.
Like a 10-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, we get him 2. I feel like when you like them top 2 seeds, yeah, you can give them 2. So I don't really have too many more gripes.
I mean, I love Drew. I mean, I'm not opposed because I really love Drew's game. But
yeah, I like Drew's game. Like I'm with that. So I'm not gonna be like, no, we can't do this or he can't do that. So, but I'm cool with that. You got any? Is there any snubs on your list that I didn't say?
I mean, I'm not a Harden guy, but
what is Harden doing this year? What is Harden?
Having a really good year.
Is he?
He's having a really good year. He's been operating the mid range really well this year. Like,
let's see,
he's just been doing step backs in the mid range. He's been throwing dimes.
He's averaging a double-double, 21 and 10.
The counting stats are solid. The efficiency's solid. I mean, it's definitely up from last year. Last year was not good from him.
And he had keep battling, like, was it a hamstring last year? I don't know what it was that
he's always battling a hamstring.
Yeah, there's always something. But I didn't realize he played 39 games. I guess that's cool.
He's been operating well with Embiid this year. They just do like a little midi screen and roll. He throws a pocket pass to him, and Embiid hits the midi like every time.
They are fun to watch.
Ridiculous.
I will tell you that. This is what everybody wanted to see. Like Harden and Embiid together is like that pick and pop all the time. Like, so I'm with that. Like that's fun, but I don't know how Philly's gonna be. We'll talk about that when we get close to the playoffs. But y'all, I'm not a Doc Rivers fan as a coach. I think his teams be good.
We've had these conversations for years.
Yeah, like we talk about like I'm not a Doc. He's living off that 2008. That's what he's living off of. So it's like I'm not with him. So it's like they don't. I don't know what it is about Doc's teams when it gets in the playoffs and it's kind of buckle down. They just always fold.
Clippers years were egregious.
Yeah, it's like they fold. Like against when he was coaching the Clippers when they played Houston, it was just when it was up 3-2 in the series or 3-1, something crazy.
The Denver one was so bad too.
Oh my god, yes. And everybody kept saying nobody wanted to be there, but nobody wanted to be there. So you might as well try to win a title.
Everyone's in the same boat.
Right. So that's why everybody's trying to diminish what the Lakers did that year. So, but I'm cool with the teams now. It was a couple. Jalen Brunson was my biggest one. That was my snub. That I felt like that.
You heard that noise, and he's been hooping. So
he's been hooping. Like, and I don't understand. Like, even watching them when they played the Lakers last. Like on that last play of the game, I don't understand why Tibbs went to Julius Randle for the last shot, and Brunson was cooking the Lakers.
You see the one versus the Bulls when Randle hit the side of the backboard?
Yes, the man is. He don't know. Like he don't know. He can't get to. He's not beating nobody. He's not beating nobody off the dribble.
I got my own. I got my personal beef with Tibbs.
What? Oh, Tibbs was a coach for the Timberwolves for a couple years.
He was our president of basketball operations too.
He was?
He's the one who traded for Jimmy.
Oh, so that's
and then
how
him
we
and Jimmy were teaming up at the end too.
Yeah, so that's right. That's right. It was bad. It was bad. But I'm good with those teams. It should be fun. I'm excited. I can't wait for this draft on Thursday to see how it's going to
do like the format. I like the format.
Yeah. I love the format. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to really watch the All-Star game. I'm not really big on – we can segue right into this. I'm not really big on All-Star Weekend like I used to be. Solely
Dunk
because,
contest can't. It doesn't have that juice anymore.
like, what is your favorite part of All-Star Weekend?
I mean, now that you say that, it's tough. Like, you obviously love the events and seeing all the guys there and stuff, but I mean, dunk contest for a couple years there had a fun little revitalization with Levine. The
Oh
Gordon
yeah,
Levine
Gordon.
one was
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, but I mean, I really liked the All Star game last year with they did the fourth quarter little format. Curry was going crazy
Oh yeah, when did they start that? Did they start that in
last year.
2020?
Last year,
Was it last year they started? So it's like that is fun. Like you played like up to 21 or something like that in the fourth,
I low
or
key love that 3 point contest.
yeah. And
I
do
be
you feel like
loving.
this? Do you feel like a lot of people are saying that the 3 point contest is starting to be the highlight of the weekend? So
It doesn't
my
have.
thing
It's
is,
never gonna have that flashy. It's never gonna have that flashiness. Never.
yeah, but I will say, it is fun. It's great competition. So I understand what people are saying because the dunk contest is just not the same. They're adding G League players. Like, what are we doing?
Mac
Like,
McClung.
what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, I don't understand. Like, people are in the NBA. It's a privilege. Like, you're a privilege to make it to these All
I
Star
do.
events.
I do like that there's some G League guys in there. Scoot being there is dope. Uh, because he's gonna be second, like
Yeah,
guaranteed. Then there's two other prospects. Leonard Miller, he's gonna be a first round guy. You know, I'm on my draft stuff.
you know your
You know
stuff.
how I'm at.
Jonah know
Leonard
his stuff.
Miller. Leonard Miller could be a first rounder, and then City Sissoko. I think City Sissoko's with them. I'd have to double check.
So you like them having the G League players in there? You
I
like
mean,
that?
to an extent, I do like it when it's relevant players. Like Scoot being marketed is really cool,
Mm-hmm.
but it does get tricky. Like maybe if they chose someone who's actually like hooping in the G League, I don't know what Mac McClung's on. He's not. I don't know. I
I
don't know
get
what
what
the
they're
deal
trying
is
to do.
there.
Like I don't watch no G League basketball.
And they're
I,
trying to push the brand. They're trying to push the brand, which is half the thing.
yeah, I get that, but it's like I'm not with it. No, I'm like I can't. I'm not with it because I feel like it's a privilege to be in that, but I understand what they're
But then
trying to
they're
do.
taking the job away from like Shaden Sharp.
Yeah. So it's like I don't. I'm not with that. They
It's a
should.
slippery slope.
But they might have. They might not have no choice because nobody in the NBA wants to do it. Like Zion can't do it. He's hurt. Ja not gonna do it. Ja too busy thinking he's somebody else and not a hooper. That's another story. But it's like no one wants to do it. So it's born. We got 3 people so far, and this is Monday. It's Monday night right now. So the All Star game is that forget it. You know what? I'm gonna tell the Ja story. People who don't know, Ja basically
Which jaw story?
So the Ja story.
You got many to choose from.
All right, the one from the Indiana Pacers.
Lasers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, for people who don't know, it was a story that came out. I think the Athletic dropped it first. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think that's what you showed me because I didn't know it even dropped. But basically, they were saying when the Pacers played the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis, they were some people. I guess it was Ja's best friend. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
It was
associates.
associate, so probably his best friend or something. They had got into it with Pacers personnel.
Like staff members.
Yeah, staff members. So basically, Ja was still like probably talking to the media, getting dressed, whatever he was doing. So they was back in the tunnel, and basically they said in the from Ja's truck, they said they saw a laser coming into the Pacers Vans and all that, and they said,
President, some staff member.
yeah, like it's wild what's going on. So they said, and they saying Ja got in the car with him in the truck with them. They pulled up because of course his truck was tinted out, so you can't really see what's going on. So the NBA said they investigated, and nothing came from it. It's hard to prove with the tinted windows that really happened. But my thing about Ja,
Escalade.
yeah. So somebody, what was the meme? Somebody was like, Ja so busy trying to be like King Von, and now he's not trying to.
He said, most people want to win a ring, but Ja want to be King Von.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like he don't understand that he can mess up stuff. Like he's too busy. Like the whole Memphis Grizzlies, they trying to be so hard. Like y'all hooping, you have a chance. Like Ja got a chance to really be like a face of the league.
His whole circle is
his circle is just bad. And then like his dad like get into it with like Shannon Sharp. Like that whole situation was wild. But like Ja, he's always in some stuff now. Like off the court with his friend. So now his friend is banned now for the whole year from the FedEx Forum. So
it's one thing if you're like trying to play the bad guy, because for sure the league doesn't have those rivalries like that. Like you need some instigators in the league.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
He's not that guy.
No,
you can't
he's
like
not.
put on that persona. Like you can maybe take on that enemy persona, but you can tell when you're pushing it easily.
Yeah.
With all the cameras we got, all the press, everything.
Yeah,
they're making 8 Mile clips out of this man.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like he was asked today, I believe it was today or probably last night, about his comments about not being worried about the West, and he basically like, I'm gonna stand on that. We're not worried about nobody, and I'm always gonna
Taylor
feel like
Brooks and Malika Andrews, and they start talking crazy.
They be talking out. They be talking out of left field. Sometimes I be like, and I like. At first, I was a fan of Memphis, but now it's like they just some bozos on the court. Like they always doing.
I mean, you look at the grit and grind era too, and that was such a fun era. And they were like Tony Allen is like that.
Yeah, that's what Zebo, Tony Allen, them dudes. They were like you said. They were like that, and now it's like Dylan Brooks. Like it was just like the stuff what happened when they was playing Cleveland. When Dylan Brooks just hit him, just hit him in the nuts. Basically, everybody saw it.
No damn reason
for no reason whatsoever. So it's just that's the Ja story. Like I just want him to keep his head right, and sometimes you have to you grow from people, and if they're not trying to, care about your well-being. He's my age.
That's the crazy.
Yeah, exactly. He is. So
it's crazy to put myself in that perspective.
Exactly. So if his friends is not caring about his well-being, he might need to, skip away from them, move on.
Yeah, tighten that up.
And his dad need to talk to him, but his dad out here kicking it, just like him. So it's like it's hard. But yeah. So outside of that, All-Star Weekend and. I had to tell the crazy job. I had to tell the job story, but yeah, All-Star Weekend, we're gonna be in Salt Lake City. I don't understand how this is gonna work. Can nobody drink? I don't know how they gonna party.
Be loud for Lori.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad he's in it because it's gonna be in Utah. But it should be fun. All-Star Game is always fun, but I am sad that Curry is hurt because Curry is built for the All-Star.
That man's a joy in the All-Star Game.
Yes, he's built for it, but
he was going. I watched the highlights of last year the other day. I completely forgot the wild stuff he was doing.
Insane last year, nuts last year. So, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some fun. It's gonna be some fireworks. All-Star Game. I want to say the NBA All-Star Game probably the best All-Star Game out of all the major sports. I will say I haven't watched hockey in a minute. I didn't watch this year. We already know how to Pro Bowl.
I used to watch it as a kid, and it was fun, but I was a kid, so I don't
yeah.
know.
So, excuse me.
Baseball,
Pro Bowl,
home run derby's cool, but
yeah,
baseball the game
terrible.
It's like a 3-2 game.
Yeah, so it's really no fun to it. So But yeah, so you got anything else about the All-Star weekend?
I mean, it's so subjective once you get there and you got the environment and all that. It's fun to see everyone together in the environment and get everyone a little break. See some dudes get their flowers, get on it a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. So they always
Absolutely.
do a good job with
They
it,
do.
with in
They
between
do.
stuff. Even if everything else isn't good, it's still worth tuning in regardless.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite moment or any personal stories about All-Star weekend? Do you have anything,
Hmm,
Jonah? Your favorite moment?
that's a tough one. I'm gonna say for sure, like the Levine dunk contests by far. I like have vivid memories of sitting in my basement
Okay.
watching that by myself,
Okay.
running around the basement because this man was just bouncing
Yeah, he
different.
was he was bouncing out the gym. Have you ever been to All-Star weekend?
I haven't.
Okay, okay.
I
We'll have
need
to
to get
change
to
that for
one.
you. We'll have to change
Because
that for you.
it was here a couple years back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that the year right before COVID?
Yes, that's Kobe had died a month before, and it was kind of somber but cool at the same time. It was like they honored
Wild
him, but
times.
it was
That
really
was like one of the
somber
last
though.
things before the pandemic too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, my favorite moment from All Star Weekend recently is the 2020 All Star Weekend when it was here. The
Hmm.
game because they were really hooping. They were really hooping. That was the first time in a long time that they were hooping. Like they was going at it, and I love
The
that.
game wasn't like that for a while. It was kind of in the mud.
No,
They had to make
it
them actually
wasn't.
try.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because Kobe passed away and everybody just wanted to put on a show. But
Oh,
it was really interesting.
I got a question. Favorite All
Okay.
Star jersey?
My favorite, since we are talking about All Star jerseys, I want them to go back to when they was doing it like this.
Hmm.
I don't. The jerseys recently been so mid, but I like this.
All of them are in general.
But when they don't do it like this, the jerseys from like that run, it was like 89 to like
The San
96.
Antonio ones.
The
The
San
San
Antonio
Antonio ones are
ones.
nasty.
Yes, yes, yes. The
Yeah,
San
those are
Antonio
fire.
ones. It's
Hmm.
like a teal with like an
They got
orange
the
on
little
it.
Fiesta going. Yeah,
Yes, they're
I
like
love that.
that.
I love that Spurs branding. It's so
Yes,
clean.
yes. Those are amazing. So like from 89 to like 96 were perfect. And then like in the
I mean, that's just
2000s,
jerseys in general.
yeah, yeah, that is true. That is jerseys in general. I am very partial to the 90s. I'm very partial to those uniforms, but I would
Hmm.
say in the 2000s they started wearing jerseys like 98, 99, 2000. They started wearing their own jerseys, then like all-star patches. But that's yeah, that was a good question. That's definitely
I got like nostalgia to like the Dwight Howard, like LeBron era ones, but that's just because it was who was wearing
oh
them
like
at the end
when
of the
they
day.
had when they was in Dallas, it was like a
I can't even
blue.
explain them.
Yeah,
They'd
like it
always rock with the
was.
blue and the like maroonish red. They always do
Yeah,
that color scheme, but just switch it up a little bit. But
I do not. I repeat, I do not like. I do not like this year's uniforms whatsoever.
the
They're
thing is, they could
horrible.
brand it so easily and make money. Like, why are you gonna make
Yeah,
a garbage jersey?
and I don't understand like why Nike doing this. Like Nike, like I know y'all can come on better jerseys than this. I know they can.
We got
I
graphic designers out here with less than 100 followers on Twitter cooking up better stuff.
yes, like it's bad. So it's bad. So I know I asked you, have you been to an All Star weekend? You haven't, right?
No.
Okay, we're gonna get you there. And
Hmm. There's still so many NBA experience. Summer leagues on that list. Gotta get the summer league.
yeah, I never been there. We're gonna do summer league. I don't know if we'll be making this summer or if we can, we will. But next summer we definitely go to summer league for sure.
Summer
Um,
league's dope.
so I would say that for my All Star weekend, my I've been to it in '97 and '98. My grandfather he took me there in '97. It was in Cleveland at the Gund Arena. For all the young kids out there, the Gund Arena that's what it was playing before. Awful stadium. And then '98 was my favorite moment because, man, I met some of everybody. I met Kobe there, young Kobe. This is the year. I met Kobe, Sean Kemp, Alonzo Mourning, Scotty. Like it's such. I had pictures of this stuff, and I lost this stuff in a flood. I wish basement got flooded, and I wish I still had these photos. But yeah, like I wish
you never forget those.
Yeah, I'll never forget that memory. I will never forget it, and I want everybody to enjoy it
too.
Yes, exactly. So that's my favorite moment personally for actually going. So I definitely need to get back to the All-Star game. We need to get you to some festivities as well. So before we move on, you got anything else about All-Star weekend?
I mean, I think that really covers it all. We just got to see what goes down. I'm sure we'll have our statements, sentiments on Twitter, nonsense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You know how it goes. It's always a fun time to kick back.
Exactly. All right, my man. So look, here we go. You ready? Halfway awards. Halfway awards. Okay. We're gonna start from the sixth man and work our way up. Who do you have right now as the sixth man of the year?
I mean, it was looking like Poole and Hero for a while, but I don't even know if they're qualifying like that. That's what's so tricky about it. Because Poole's starting now. I want to say Hero's been getting more starting minutes. But I've seen a lot of Norm Powell noise that I've been liking.
Yeah, okay. But he's a bucket.
I thought he had a really bad start to the year, so people kind of push him to the side. So he's definitely up in that contention.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's such a fluid award. It's just going to go to the guy who gets the most buckets off the bench. But
absolutely.
Off the top of the head, I'll rock with Norm.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go with Malcolm Brogdon.
That's a good one.
That's who I'm going with. Malcolm Brogdon been hooping for them, and that's what Boston needed.
It's such a good team fit.
Boston needed that because now you could just free up Marcus Smart. He don't have to run point. That's not his strong suit. He ain't did that really since Oklahoma State.
He can, but you don't want him to run your point.
You don't want him doing that. Malcolm Brogdon gonna give you the ball where you need it every single time.
He can get when you need it.
And he can get buckets, and he can lock people down.
Mm-hmm.
So you going with Norman Powell, and I got Brogdon. All right. Now, most improved player.
I got to give that to Larry.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about him.
People want, it's a tough award because you could throw so many dudes in that box and so many players. The thing I like about Lowry is he's been in the league for probably 5-6 years now. I mean, that's crazy to say. That's crazy to say.
He was with us, 3 years, 4 years, something like that, with the Bulls, 3 years?
Yeah, it's crazy to say. I mean, the thing with Ja last year made me mad because you should expect a player to take that second to third year leap. Yeah, he should not be winning most improved player for that. You should give that to so many other players for taking that kind of leap.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's taken on that big role. He's an all-star starter now, but he was an all-star, which is, I mean, that's already good enough. But he's shooting well. I want to say he's close to 50, 40, 90, which is ridiculous. Who would have thought we'd see that?
No. And he's
shooting off the move. He's shooting movement shots. He's posting dudes up, making spins, dunking on people. He's doing everything.
Okay. That's a good one. I didn't think about him. I did not think about him when I was thinking about this. But for me, I'm going with SGA. That's what I'm going with. I know maybe it could be like a job thing, but I don't know. But this dude is different from last year.
This is more like a play thing. You watch him, you're like, this guy's on a different level. He's different right now.
Yes, the game has slowed down for him.
Mm-hmm.
And now just seeing him, he's on OKC, but it's not his points aren't empty baskets. You know, like some
His
guys
foul
be,
drawing is ridiculous
yeah,
too.
you know, like some guys be averaging like 25 to 30, but it'd be empty buckets. They're
We'll
not
get to
really,
that. We'll
yeah, they're
get
not,
to that.
yeah, we'll get to there. We'll get there at some
Mhm.
point. But they're not making baskets and when there's need to be scoring. Like they score all their points because they're catching up all the time. So it's not really,
Absolutely.
they're not really doing anything like that. So,
And the clutch, he's nasty too.
yes, absolutely. So, well, I'll go with that. So you go Lowry, and I'm going with SGA.
Like that.
I'm gonna start this
like
one
that.
off. I'm going Coach of the Year. I'm going with Mike Brown with the Sacramento Kings.
I like
That's
it. I like
man.
it.
Look, they're sitting at third place in the West. They're like I want to say 6.5, maybe
Their
4.5
offense, I think,
first.
it's number one in the league.
Yes. The team reminds me of the Warriors starting out in 2015 when Mark Jackson had them boys rolling and just improving. Of course, I don't think Sacramento is going to make it far this year. I think it's like this, like some teams, like, oh,
If
we
they
can
do
see.
this, that you're cool with that. You're very
Yes,
cool with that.
exactly. So, like, you like, oh, you know what? Next year, they might just be, like, really unstoppable. So,
Mhm.
it's good because matches with the play-in and how maybe the Lakers can move up and do whatever. That if they stay in that 3 spot, playing a 6 seed can be dangerous for them. It could be a bad matchup.
You could meet a healthy Clipper team and lose first round.
Exactly. Or Dallas can move to 6 and you play them. Or
Mhm.
the Lakers move up and they play.
It's
No
gonna
one's
be
going to
good.
pick them against the Lakers or the Dallas Mavericks or the Clippers. It's not going to happen. Or even if Phoenix fall to 6.
Look at Phoenix beating the Lakers a couple years back. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going. Who are you going with Coach of the Year?
I gotta rock with Joe Mazzulla.
Okay, that's
Yes,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
This team is nasty, but like stepping up into that job, taking over, there's been no stopping with this team. They jump right back on course from where they were last year, which is just that complete flip they did last year into this year. Obviously, he wasn't coaching last year, but
Right.
continuing that with the unit is pretty incredible. And for how young he is
Yeah.
impressive too. Obviously, doesn't have as much experience as some of these other guys, so I think just keeping that going is you got to give him that for sure.
Especially with all the stuff Boston had going on with Udoka.
That was chaos.
And all that situation. So it's like, and for them to be rolling like this, and they had a little tweak.
They didn't
and I
skip
think
a
it was
beat.
in December. Yeah, like they had like a little, roadblock in December, but it was like a 2-game
Still
thing.
sitting number one.
Exactly. I think 40, 42 and
First team to
17.
40. First team to 40 dubs.
See, I knew you was gonna know 41 and 16. They
Mhm.
hooping. So
Mhm.
like they really are hooping, and we're gonna get to them. I like that. I like that pick though. That's a good one. I'll go with that. Because is he coaching in the All-Star game? I
I
think
want
it's
to
him
say
and Mike.
so.
Him and Mike Malone, I think, are the coaches.
Yeah,
for their top
yeah.
seeds. Okay. All right. So who you got for Rookie of the Year? I think we're going to agree on this one, but go
You
ahead.
got to rock with Paolo.
Yes.
Like, he's on a cold
Yes.
stretch, but this dude's averaging like 8 free throws a game. He just looks comfortable.
Very.
No
I just had
rookie
to
should
watch-
look that comfortable on the ball with that size.
I have not seen anybody look this comfortable their rookie year since LeBron.
And
And
when your
LeBron-
three ball's not working, you can operate that well. That's a good testament right there.
Exactly. Like, he came in the league, and honestly, he might be a little bit more built than LeBron was when LeBron came into the league.
He's big.
Yes, like, LeBron was 6'8", 250 coming to the league, but
He knows how to use his frame too. That's the thing.
exactly. Like, this dude, he's a different 6'9", 250 coming in as a 19-year-old kid. He
Mhm.
hooping, and like watching him tonight against the Bulls, it was like, this dude he looked like the best player on the court. And he shouldn't be at 19, but
And they got no spacing on that team.
zero. Nobody can shoot in
None.
that squad.
None.
Nobody. Unless they get hot, but you know how that go.
Yeah.
All right. I knew we was gonna agree on that. We might agree on this one too. Defensive Player of the Year. Listen, I don't know if you go with Brook Lopez or Triple J. Which one is it? I don't know.
I mean, the guy in deep inside me, I want to say Nick Claxton because I've been rooting for that dude forever.
Yes.
Because I just love like switchable bigs that are super long, like those that archetype super fun.
Yeah. You go. That's your pick. That's your boy.
I'll rock with Clags. I'll rock with Clags.
I already know. Like you put me on to him. Like you really put me on to really check him out. Like he really improved big time.
He was switching on to Harden the other day. They're trying to get beneficial switches late in the shot clock. He was shutting them down every time. I mean, the foul trouble still needs to clean up a little bit, but he's young.
Yeah. Like
my boy.
Yeah. I forgot about him. I was looking at some advanced stats on and I really never do that. You know how I feel about that, but Rick Lopez and Triple J, bro, they per 36 or they were 100 possessions. They getting 4 blocks.
The Bucks defense is ridiculous.
It's crazy. So it's the thing about Triple J, I don't know if it was really for real going on, but I don't know if you guys know it was an article that said that this was getting investigated because they was padding his stats. So, and blocks and steals shouldn't be the only thing you really.
That's what I was just about to say. It should be weighing that much in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be because anybody can get. You can get blocks. You can get steals. That don't mean you the best defender.
You gotta be locked in watching the.
Exactly. People like Draymond. I know Draymond has a bad rap, but he's an anchor of that defense, and he does stuff where he will lock people down and don't have a block or a steal.
Just crafty.
Very crafty. So
knows where to be. Know your spot.
Right now, I'm gonna just go with Brook Lopez. That's who I'm my defensive player of the year at this halfway mark.
I like him.
Right now. So who do you have for MVP?
I mean, I hate to put Jokic up there, but he's having his most efficient season, which makes it so difficult because. And Denver's number one.
Yes.
In the West. He's just he looks like he's not even trying out there, just whipping the ball around, having a good time. It's ridiculous, but I think for sure him. Unless Luka makes a crazy stretch, I'd like to see Luka get an MVP here eventually. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I would love for Luka. I thought he was gonna get it last year, but that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Jokic was.
I think I gotta rock with Jokic again.
Okay. For me, my two I was going back and forth with was Tatum and Embiid. I feel like Tatum has went to another level. I think he knows. He's hearing the chirps about the finals, and I get he had an injury. They said was it his shoulder, his hand or something like that.
Oh, it was his whole shoulder.
It was bad. Ain't nobody gonna give you no excuse, but that sucks for him because you could tell he wasn't himself in the finals. But I wanted to give it to Tatum, but for me right now, it's Embiid. Embiid unlocked I know nobody can guard me. Nobody.
There's some doubles crazy at that man.
Nobody. The man is averaging a 33, 10, and 4. 53% from the field, 35% from the 3, and 85% from the free throw line.
He's kind of in that Harden, Luka category where first 10 games are not going to be like that, but once they get going, it's parallel stuff. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. They're a third seed. So listen, that's
look at the teams ahead of them. Look at the teams ahead of them.
The Bucks and the Celtics. So it's come on, man. You got Giannis. Listen, we can add Giannis into this.
You could add Giannis every year. It's just what he's doing at this point.
Exactly. So it's I feel like Giannis is going to be in that Jordan and LeBron where he can win MVP every year, and we're just not going to give it to him. He already won back-to-back. He won back-to-back, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He was back-to-back. Yeah, he won back-to-back.
And it was voter fatigue kind of stuff.
Yeah, come on now. LeBron should have more than 4, and Mike should probably have more than 5. Or did he have 6? I don't forget how many he had, but they should have more. And LeBron had one since, 2012, 2013?
It's been a minute.
It's 10 years later. And he's still
out here.
He's still out here hooping. But we're going to get there. So But we're gonna segue since we are talking about LeBron. Those are halfway awards, and we're gonna segue right into King James himself. Jonah, how do you feel about LeBron as we speak today? Does him breaking the all-time scoring record change anything? Like, does he move up? Does he? I know you don't do lists like that, but does he move up, or was he already like number one for you?
It's just like a crazy accolade. Like you gotta be healthy. You gotta be a bucket. You
Yes.
gotta be like, yes, scoring is higher now. He's 38 years old. He's putting up 30 a game. I
Yes.
don't want to hear anything.
I don't want to
He's
hear
not
that
doing
either.
anything crazy with his moves either. He's just going straight
No.
to the rim and shooting it, or he's pulling
LeBron,
for three.
exactly. Like LeBron scored all these points without a signature move. There is
He
no
just
like. He has no. He's not gonna shake you. Like he's crafty. Yes,
he just
he
puts his
knows
head
how.
down
Yeah,
at this
he
point.
knows how to do stuff. Like, but I will say, it's crazy how he's evolved. You got to think like the NBA he started in to the NBA he's playing in now. Like he played in where like
Hmm.
you had your big was not stretching the floor. That wasn't happening. Like it wasn't 3-point heavy. It was still kind of tough out there in 03, in 2004 when he came in the league. And then he kept transitioning to like, okay, you started seeing LeBron started shooting more threes here and there.
I
It
mean,
started
it's definitely like up. I'm looking at it right now. It's definitely upticked a while, but like it's kind of like a Luca situation where you got to weigh in the difficulty of the shots
mm-hmm.
because like that shot making is like you're taking always on the move. You're not getting many catch and shoot shots,
No. Mm-mm.
difficult shots, clutch
Mm-hmm.
shots. You got to
Yep.
weigh all that in. You can still hold your own.
Yeah, so for me, of course, Jordan is what started me watching basketball and loving basketball for sure. But LeBron, he might be my favorite player ever now. I don't care about the whole Jordan and LeBron thing. It's like that's gonna be changed. Like our kids and their kids is not gonna say LeBron is the
We got
GOAT.
kids calling LaMelo Ball Mello now.
Exactly. So it's like, but for LeBron, we never thought LeBron was gonna break this record. We heard people say KD was gonna break the record. No, this man LeBron, who's not a scorer, has broken this record. It might be, let's see, outside of scoring 100 points in a game, this might be one record I never thought I was gonna see be broken, and I didn't think it was gonna be by him,
He didn't
like
have
at
any
all.
like injuries till that Lakers groin injury too.
Yeah, exactly. Like he wasn't missing games. Like if he was missing games because he was just taking a break, like he just sat out, or he had soreness or something like that. But just to see this, like, and then I'm seeing people say like, he don't got no killer instinct. Listen, to score this many points, you got to have something. Like, come on, it's like
they
it's
just
so
talking
much.
to talk at that point.
Yeah, they're just talking to talk. So it's like I'm like watching this live. All I did was this and smile, and I was just so happy to see him do it because we never thought it was going to happen. And this man is still playing this year.
Even when we looked at it like a couple years ago, it still seemed like
yes,
he has a shot at it, and now this dude is just out here like
yes,
and he's got it. So
I remember having a conversation with Zoe a couple years ago, and we both was like, "Man, when LeBron get to be probably this age, we were thinking he gonna be like a power.
There's one tweet like
forward.
10 years ago. There's one tweet like 10 years ago. It's like this isn't gonna keep up any longer. Von's gonna be slowing down here soon.
And this man he averaging like 32 points a game. Like I just knew he was gonna be. I just knew he was gonna be a power forward. That's gonna be, and he's gonna be like the second or third option. He's still a first option because we know what it is with AD. But I do like.
We saw him play 2 nights ago.
Yes, I do like. We're gonna get like next week. We're gonna get into are these teams and stuff like that. But LeBron just knew at this age. I don't think he wanted to be doing what he's doing now. I think he wanted to just hand the keys over But he said, I'm just gonna keep scoring. He's still playing at a high clip. You can tell he slowed down because he can't play point guard all game
Got
long.
Wenyan Gabriel closing with him right now.
He don't have that in him to do that all game. So getting like somebody like D'Angelo Russell helps him. But you got to think about it. If he played 3 more years, he's gonna be in the 40K range.
We thought it'd be crazy if he even played with Bronny, and Bronny's
Exactly.
in high school now.
Exactly. So it's like this is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he has some crazy injury, this is gonna happen. Who's gonna break it? Everybody's like, maybe Luke or something. Listen, you have to play. He could be going at half
speed. He could be going at half speed, putting up 15 a game, and he's still gonna have impact. It's ridiculous.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, who's gonna break this? You have to play, and what the way load management goes, nobody plays games. Nobody. This man played 20 years.
Wild,
you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna do that. Right? The Clippers like load management. Who is nobody gonna break that? And what gets overshadowed, he's top 5 in assists. Like, and I think he might be like
break Stockton's record. I need him out of here.
Yeah, I don't know who's, but then, since they did change, back in the day, like, especially with the
assist numbers are wild.
Yeah, like, especially with, I don't know who can break it, but back when Magic was playing, so, like, when assist was, when you passed the ball, you couldn't do a dribble and score or do a move and score. When you got the ball, you had to just go and score. You couldn't bounce it then shoot. You had to score. So Magic probably could have had hell of a more assists if he had the rules he got now. Because now I'll be seeing dudes pass the ball, my man's to go in the post, score, and they still get the assist.
That's what people are saying about Triple J's block numbers. They're like, they should see some assists they give out. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like, I don't know. So I don't know who you think. I don't know who can break Stockton's record. Stockton's record, he like at 15,000. What's Bron at 11,000, 10,000, something like that?
He's at 10,300.
And Stockton was 15,000 or something?
15,800. Chris Paul's number 3, but he's aging right now.
What number is Chris Paul? What he at? What is his
3. He's at 11,300.
Bro, he's 4,000 away from Stockton.
Uh-huh.
It's not like his points is 1 assist. So he has to. It's not like Chris Paul is getting like 10, 15 assists a game. So, but see that's no
sitting at 4.
What's Bron? And he's gonna move up, but just the fact that speaks on his greatness that this man has broken this record that no one thought was going to be broken, and he's still top 4 in assists because we know him to be that Magic Johnson type player. Because to me, LeBron is the greatest all-around player in NBA history. If you want to put LeBron's number 1 over Mike, I'm with it. I'm not going to be like one of these people.
That's always the easiest argument to make with Bron is put him in that category.
Yeah, that's always
if you don't want to get too hectic with it.
Exactly. Like people get mad about people saying LeBron over Mike because LeBron is the one player that deep inside that he could pass Jordan. Nobody was really saying that about Kobe or anybody else. It wasn't. You didn't get these arguments like Kobe and Mike all the time. You got like Kobe is just playing like Mike. He's like the new version of Mike. LeBron has been LeBron Mike. You go to the barbershop.
I want to say the transfer of the eras was like perfect.
Yes, exactly.
Because Kobe was right in the middle there. I mean, it wasn't more in the middle. He was good 6 years prior to Bron, but still, the hangover of MJ was gone. Then Bron's just right
Bron
there.
Been the best player in the league since like 05, 06. He's been the best player in the league. Now you can say he may not be the best player in the league, but he's top 5. I feel if maybe 6. So, but it's the man has showed us that he's great. Like, you just think about this. LeBron is a billionaire and still playing basketball.
You can poke holes in his game right now so much, and he still got all that going on.
Yes. Like, he don't have to play ball like this. When he's on the court, he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you almost like feel bad that this is happening and the Lakers are like this. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's we just have to appreciate this. I tell people, you got to respect greatness in all sports. You got to respect this stuff and cherish it. Like, witness it. Like, we're not going to get this too much longer. So if LeBron's coming to your city within the next 3 years, or take her behind LA, and if you've never seen him, you need to see him live. Set the money aside because it's life is expensive, and going to the NBA game is not cheap, especially if you want to see LeBron. But you have to see this man in person. It's unbelievable to see him in person. So it's like it's good for the NBA. It's good for the league. Like, and then you were right. And in the group chat when it was going on, the game was going on, Jonah was like, Kareem mad as hell right now. Kareem was salty. Every time LeBron scored and they put the camera on him, he was so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem was pissed, but it's good.
I haven't checked to see his Twitter, but he had on his Twitter page, his bio was like NBA leading scorer.
Did he change it? I gotta see if he changed that.
He changed it. He changed it.
He did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, there you go. So it was fun. I'm glad it happened.
Kareem just a character in general.
Oh, he definitely is. He didn't like LeBron for a minute. Like, that was kind of weird. Like, I don't understand. I think all the older players don't be rocking with LeBron sometimes because he did it his way.
Kareem's era change and all that is wild too.
Yes,
they changed. They didn't let this guy dunk.
Come on, man. Like, so it's like, just let LeBron. LeBron changed the game for a lot of. He changed the stuff like you're a brand, and do it your way. You got to think about it. Another thing about LeBron before we get up out of here is that I can't think of a player in sports, maybe Tiger Woods, that they've been famous since 15 and had pressure.
Those expectations.
Since then, all those expectations, and LeBron has passed them. He's been dropping 25 points since he came into the league.
Like, it's normal for some of these big high school prospects to be on TV and YouTube now, but like, this was a big deal.
Yes. Like, when I remember being at a Bulls game, and LeBron's high school game was on TV that night, and everybody, where I was sitting, it was like a bar little area, like TVs. Everybody in there, everybody was just watching that. I couldn't believe, we were just looking up like, I can't believe this. Like, this is a high school game on TV. So it was amazing. I think this was amazing for the NBA. I'm a big LeBron guy, and I just want to keep him. I want to see him get one more. LeBron gets one more ring, for me, he might be just number one. Yeah, it gets really interesting. I'm sorry. I don't care if somebody goes 6-0. The man already been to 10 finals. He's played some of the hardest damn teams in the finals.
Some of those years he was just dragging to them just to the finals was crazy enough. Like, you knew they weren't going to win the finals, but
exactly. I don't care if the East was weak.
The was wild.
Exactly. Y'all call it weak because he ended up winning, but y'all was picking against them, and they were winning series and going to the final. The man went to the finals 8 years in a row. 8 years. Come on, man.
If I think of most of my memories of watching finals, most likely Bron's in it.
Yes.
That's wild.
The man was in the finals from like 2010 all the way to what? 2018? It was something nuts.
It was still his first Lakers year, I want to say.
Exactly. Before we get up out of here, you got anything else about LeBron you want to say?
I mean, there's only so much you can say.
There's only so much.
And the fact that we've already been out. Like, even people that are big on him have already getting pushed aside with their takes because he's just breaking all those. It's wild stuff.
Yes, it is. Before we get out here, Jonah, tell everybody where they can find you on the social media land.
All right, I'll drop the Twitter, Huncho_J, man.
Okay.
I'm always. I mean, it's more. I got all my
Is that across the board?
There.
So, are you on Twitter and Instagram?
I'm just on Twitter right now. I got Instagram in case Twitter was breaking down. That's a different story. I mean, yes. I got my little ad secured, but
yeah.
Twitter, I'm active on. I hate how active I am on Twitter, but
no,
definitely
it's
the best
fun.
place to rock with
It's
me.
fun. Jonah is a great follow on Twitter. We also have a Twitter for the podcast. Is it Uncommon Commentators Pod? I believe that's what it is. Let's get there. But while you doing
Uncommon Comms Pod.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, there you go. Uncommon Comms Pod on Twitter. On Instagram, we have a TikTok, and you
definitely
can find us.
Be cooking up on there.
Yes, and you'll be able to find the podcast on YouTube at Uncommon Commentators Podcast. You'll be able to listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And we encourage feedback. If you enjoyed it, give us 5 stars on there? Give us 5 stars.
Give us all the stars.
Give us all the stars.
Yeah.
You will see us. We'll be here. We'll be here every week. So join in. So for me, I just got back on Twitter. Hey, I'll be on Twitter. I'll be talking. I'm back in these NBA streets. You can find me on Twitter at JayX Holloway. That's HOLLOWAY. The first episode this week will release. Right now we're going to release every Wednesday. You can find the podcast every Wednesday at, I would say, 10 o'clock in the morning every Wednesday. If anything changes, if days changes, we will send a tweet out. But Jonah, before we got anything else to say to the people?
Hey, I'm ready for this journey.
I'm ready for this. I'm excited. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. And I got my brothers with me, so this is gonna be fun. I say, you know what? We talk basketball all day. Outside of Jonah and Zoe, I talk to them and my wife more than anybody else on a daily basis. I talk to them all day, every day.
Even before the group chat, we were talking hoops every day.
Every day. So I'm like, you know what? We should do this podcast. So here we are. I appreciate y'all listening to Uncommon Commentators Podcast with Jonah and Zoe. I mixed y'all up, Jonah and Zoe. But for us three, I appreciate y'all. This has been fun. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, peace.